Hello, Tensei, bonjour, good morning. Dallas Arcand here with Powwow Dance Aerobics. Uh, it's another day, another free class for Powwow Dance Aerobics. I do this as part of my daily routine, and I've been sharing this ever since this whole pandemic situation started back in 2020, and it's proven to be helpful to many. Not just it's not just about dancing here. It's about health and wellness and fitness. And today's theme, I decided to bring forth addictions and critical life decisions, because at some point in our life we all struggle with these addictions. Even myself, like, I've struggled with addictions my whole life, to be honest with you. Like, I was born into it. As indigenous people, we are born into these things that we inherited from years of colonialization, and from years of being cultured into it in reservation life. And basically, there's been a lot of trauma associated with indigenous people over the years. Now, the only way that you can ever have any hope of getting yourself out of these addictions is making these critical life decisions. Basically, all it takes really is that snap of a second, right? Between choosing your addiction and choosing something that's good for you, right? So that's essentially, a way to manage it as well. And I guess another way too to think about it too is, say if you do have an addiction, the other way to that they do it, I've seen the professionals do this, and it's where they wean themselves off of these things, right? They like, for example, if you do have addiction you're trying to get rid of, basically what you would do is create yourself a reward system, so that when you do something productive and positive, that maybe you kind of little bit reward yourself that, or you can just quit cold turkey. But there's a lot of addictions in our indigenous communities, everything from the virtual addiction, right, with the screens, right? All our young people, a lot of people, they're always addicted to the screen, right? Scrolling up and down, social media, right? Checking it out. And even myself, I've caught myself doing that a few times too. Like, I caught myself in a trance, and then I have to, like, snap myself out of it. Like, whoa, this is way too much time spending scrolling, looking at other people's stats and whatever. But that's one form of addiction. And then also there's sugar addiction, there's cigarette addiction, there's coffee addiction, and some of the worst addictions are in our communities, like drug addiction. There's a big, huge problem with drug addiction on reserve, with meth being at the forefront of that, and being one of the hardest things that our people are faced with today in our communities. I've seen it in our communities. They call this thing, it's called pint, the name for it. I don't know why they call it pint, but it's a name that they use, and it's basically a derivative of meth. So it's like a cheap meth. I don't know. It's a big problem on our reserve and some other reserves that I've seen. So I just wanted to talk about that a little bit today, and not just start into the dancing. And another a couple of other issues too is, like, alcohol has always been one addiction that has brought our people down as indigenous people. And and our people still struggle with that. That's why we have treatment centers. That's why we have Palm Makers Lodge here in just outside of Edmonton. If you guys don't know what Palm Makers Lodge is, it's basically a treatment center in our area here for treating alcohol addiction, all kinds of addiction. So anyways, I just thought I would talk a little bit about that today, because if you're struggling with addiction, there's ways to come out of it. Like, I've even struggled with addictions my whole life too. Like, I was born into alcoholism. I've consumed alcohol in my lifetime many times throughout my life. I found myself and indulging in it, and I didn't know until recently that alcohol is cancerous. It's a stage 1 carcinogen, cancerous thing that we consume. Because essentially, when you're drinking alcohol, you're poisoning your body. It's like you're drinking poison, and that's what makes you intoxicated. So I just wanted to share that. I'm sure all of you guys know all this stuff, but I just thought I would talk about it because not too many people talk about it openly like this, and I just figured since I have a platform here, I might as well talk about those things and you know, how can we overcome those things. In the past, all I've ever did to overcome those things is just to stop them and then do them in moderation. You know, if I ever do find myself in a situation like that, you know, but I never touched those hard, I've never had any experiences with those really hard drugs. I have relatives though that have had experiences with really hard drugs. Like I've seen friends I went to school with do like crack and meth, and I'm like, why are you doing that? And yeah, they're just like, I don't know, I'm just doing it. I don't know. I don't really have all the answers for everything. I just wanted to talk about it and see what you guys think about some of those addictions and see what you're struggling with, and you know, how could we get over these things? How could we get over our addictions? One way though, one word of advice: if you do have an addiction and you want to get rid of it, somebody shared yesterday that they just quit smoking. That's really awesome. So when you get rid of an addiction, you have to replace it with something else. So if you want to replace it with something else, do some Pow-wow Dance Aerobics, or do crafting, or replace that habit with something else, because then you're not, there's no void there in your life. You know, there's something that you can replace that with, and it's not that easy, but it is a lot more worth it in the long run to basically give yourself that. So if you guys are ready for dancing, now with that weight on our shoulders, knowing that, you know, we got addictions, let's dance for healing and for wellness and for prayers for those who need it out there. You know, especially when we're all on this this uneasy phase of Omicron and the coronavirus. I think the best thing we can do for ourselves is stay healthy, stay active, do what we can to boost our immune systems, and that's how we do it here at Powwow Dance Aerobics. So let's get started. I'm going to play the first song here. Okay. So if you guys are ready, I'm ready, and let's dance this off. Because remember, dancing is healing, right? Dancing is all of it. It's all healing. So we're starting off with a nice, easy, basic step. This is our warm-up for today's dance. So if you're not familiar with the basic step, it's really easy. Many of you know this already, right? Left, 1, 2 step, and right, left, 1, 2 step. So just getting started. For those of you that are new to this, welcome to Powwow Dance Aerobics. So what we're doing here is the basic step of powwow, and we're slowly bringing up our heart rate and getting our blood flowing and our energies going. So when you start your day like this, the energy just keeps on going and growing. So welcome and good morning, everybody. Welcome to Powwow Dance Aerobics. So 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you guys ready to take it a step up? All right, let's take it a step up. So now this is basic step, and you want to find the rhythm like this with your hands, because that's where you find the downbeat, right? That's where you find that downbeat. So when you're dancing, you want to be hitting on those downbeats with powwow, right? So it's a constant downbeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. Side, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See, I'm hitting those downbeats. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there you go. When you're always upbeat, it always falls into that easy rhythm. Okay. So this song is a little bit more intense. So now we're going to take that basic step and now put a little bit more bounce into it. I call that basic step up. So it's a little bit more energy. Still hitting that downbeat. So there's that downbeat. 1, 2, 3. Now let's hit some bounce in there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now turn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now switch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And twist. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And switch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And turn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And switch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so there we go. That was 2 songs. Just like in contests, you know, when you dance powwow, if you're ever doing contest dancing, they make you do 2 songs and boom. And then all of a sudden your water boy or water girl comes along and hands you the water. That's how we do it, powwow style. And typically if you're an adult dancer in powwow, you only have to dance like competition twice. What takes the most time in powwow is, you know, doing the grand entry, of course. That's a 1 to 3 hour task at times. And then going through the intertribal cycle is a lot of work too, because you got to go through all the drum groups, right? And all the dancers are always in the intertribals, right? Essentially all the dancers, like the elders, the kids, the teenagers, the adults. So when I go to powwows though, a lot of times, a lot of my professional powwow buddies, during the afternoon, usually we get excused for adults because they're taking care of the junior categories, teen categories, the golden age. Sometimes they'll finish the golden age earlier, you know, the elders category. Anyways, now that we're warmed up, I would like to do a little bit of stretching with you guys. So this is really crucial and important as well. So we're starting off small. Like, I don't know if you can hear my wrist clicking there, but you know, that's the result of stretching, is it helps to loosen up those joints. So if you got clicky joints, then that just means that you need to stretch more and release that tension that's in your joints simply by stretching and adjusting the position of your body to allow the energy to flow through properly, right? Because You know, when we have ailments in our body, that's just really buildup of energy. And in order to get rid of that, we have to have good energy to flow, to push through and get rid of that bad energy. So essentially, that's my philosophy on stretching and exercising and what it does for you, right? Because stagnation is no good, right? Stagnation means that you're dead, right? And you don't want to be, you know, the living dead. You want to be, you want to be energetic. It feels better to be energetic than low energy. I know that's harder to say than do in some cases, and I do apologize if you're struggling with that, anybody out there. But it's really just an attitude, and it's up to each and every one of us to have that attitude. I've seen elders teach me this in communities I've traveled to. You know, these elders, right? They have so many hardships that they've carried. You know, the residential school experience, life experience from getting beat up from life, you know, health, bad health. But yet, you know what these elders have taught me? A lot of the elders over the years, they've always put all that behind them, and they carry that. But you know what I found fascinating is that when I met these elders at different occasions, different regions, they have a positive attitude, and they're so happy for the grandkids. They're so happy for the next generation, and regardless of what they're going through, they don't carry that and pass that on to us. That's what I love about some of these elders that I've met in my time. You know, they're very thoughtful that way. They're very humble that way. They're very great that way. So someday I hope to be like that too. So anyways, let's finish our stretching routine now. So what I'm doing is I'm locking my hands together here, and we're just going to try to pull them apart. And you should feel that in the back of your shoulder blades. And then you just give it a nice twist like this from left to right. You might even feel a crack in your back. All right. So there's that part. All right. So from here, actually I forgot to do my neck stretches first. So my neck stretches. So this one, you just want to let the weight of your head do this one, and you should feel a nice tension here to stretch that muscle. And stretching your neck muscles is important, right? Because having a sore neck's no fun, right? So stretching it every day though helps not to have a sore neck, because you can have a kink in your neck, and those things don't go away, right? They're hard to go away. They're hard to get rid of. I once had a kink in my neck for like 2 weeks, and it sucked. So, and that's partially because, you know, I wasn't working out regularly. I was taking a little bit of time off, and then all of a sudden I noticed that I slept funny one night, and then all of a sudden my neck was sore for like a week, and I did everything in my power to get rid of that pain. It was like right a little pinch in the nerve, and it sucked. But now it's better. Like now I feel like I'm back on track with everything, because exercising improves your flow of energy, your efficiency of your body to move and to operate more efficiently, right? The body is like an engine, right? You got to think of it like a car engine. You have to top up your fluids, right? You got to change your oil. You got to change your differential oil on your on your wheels. You gotta change your brakes every once in a while. You gotta maintain, right? So it's maintenance, right? A lot of people, they just maintain their cars, but they don't maintain their bodies, right? Or some people don't even maintain their cars and don't even maintain their bodies. But maintenance is important in anything, right? For a house, you got to maintain it. For a vehicle, you got to maintain it. For your body, you have to maintain it. So the body requires maintenance, right? So everything from hygiene to personal care to health, fitness, and wellness and well-being. So all that adds up to living a great life. And everything you do in your life, every decision you make, affects your future. So that's why I was talking earlier about addictions and critical life decisions. One of the critical life decisions I made was, at one time in my life, I almost quit hoop dancing. Actually, I've actually struggled with that more than once, because I almost quit hoop dancing for several reasons. I shared this on a platform the other day, you know, when I was just starting out on the res, living with my mom, you know, like she's gone now, she's passed on to the spirit world, but I remember she struggled with addictions a lot of her life, and one of the things that hurt me back then was when I was just starting out with hoop dancing. I would catch rides to Powwow, kind of hitchhike. You know, I'd find a way there, and then eventually, you know, I'd come back with some money, right, some winnings, and I'd be all happy and tell my mom, and I'll be like, "Hey, mom, I won. I made some money, and now I get to buy some stuff for my outfit, right?" Because I didn't have an outfit at the time. All I had is like rags that I threw together. I called it an outfit. You know, like some of you can probably relate to this, or I've seen this at powwows. When somebody's just starting out, they don't know what to wear. They'll wear shoes and part of an outfit, pieces of an outfit. That was me. So I got made fun of a lot when that was the other adversity that I faced when I started out powwow dancing. And so to make a long story short, when I came back from a powwow, I was all happy. I actually I already spent some of my money on some new stuff for my outfit. I bought myself a roach. If you guys don't know what a roach is, it's a porcupine hair you put on your head. They're really expensive, by the way, for guys. We have to wear those. They're upwards from $700 to $1,700 to buy a roach. Anyways, to make a long story short, I bought myself one, showed up, and I thought my mom would be happy for me, but no. Because of her addictions at the time, she was mad because I spent the money and I could have gave it to her to feed her addictions. So that's the long story short. And I got so mad that I was like, well, here. And I kind of was like, well, here then, go ahead, be mad. And I'm gonna go. And I left. And it was a sad moment. And I almost quit dancing. And I actually went to one of my mentors and I said, I'm through with this. You know, I get no support at home, and you know, I have to hitchhike to powwows. I have no outfit. I get made fun of, and then when I get home, I get beat up over it. And that was one of the struggles that I faced. Though a lot of people don't know that about me. That they think that, you know, they see this public figure, famous Dallas and all this stuff. No, it's not that. No, I've struggled with this stuff my whole life, and I share this with you just to share the experience and what you're going through, that to never give up on yourself, to never give up on your health and all that stuff. So that's why I share these things, right? I share these moments with you guys on a regular basis. I've shared different parts of me on this platform, and you know, that was one of the adversities that I faced, was with addiction. Not only my own personal addiction, but my family, trauma, years of trauma. And I'm glad I never gave up. You know, I'm glad that, you know, my mentor at the time, he actually passed away this last year, and it was really sad to see him go. And he was still pretty young. His name was Glenn Burnstick. He was one of the ones that told me to keep going. So if any of Glenn's families watching, you know, thank you for you know, I told Glenn that. I told Glenn that story when he was alive, and I said, thanks brother, because of you I kept dancing, and because of you my life changed. And I did give thanks to all the people that helped me along the way, like my brother Ryan Arcand. Nobody really knows these people today because they're not as well known as me, but it's a little secret that they were part of the secret of my success. So I wanted to acknowledge them again, acknowledge the ones that helped me along. And just like when I started this class, I wanted to acknowledge all the people out there that have ever donated money to me on my blanket. That's why I do this. That's why I give back as much as I can. I've given back to the youth. I've given back to the community. I've given back to fellow artists. I've given so much back that I've almost gave it all away. But now I'm at the point where, okay, I think I've given a lot, but I found a more efficient way to deliver and give back more constantly to everybody, always, because it's in our culture, it's not about what you have in life, it's about what you have to give. So I just wanted to share those things with you guys today and talk about that, because Powwow Dance Aerobics is not just about dancing all the time, it's about wellness, fitness, good stuff, and storytelling. Hey, sometimes I storytell more than I work out, and that's okay, you know, because you guys like my stories. So I don't know where I was with stretching. I think I was somewhere on a thigh, stretching out my hip. You know, the biggest thing about working out is being able to make it fun. If you can't make it fun, then that's no good, you know. You can't be all serious about it, like you're Rocky or you're Arnold Schwarzenegger or The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. You know, like, they do it for a living. It's part of their livelihood, and I respect that. However, the average person, you know, we don't need to look like that. We don't need to get all buff like that. We just need to stay healthy and exercise our lungs and our body, and our muscles need maintenance. That's all there is to it. It doesn't matter how we look or how we think we look or how we want to look. It's more about how we feel, and is this good for our health? Is this improving our cardiovascular health? Is this improving our mental health? Everything like that. And it is. That does contribute to that. So I want to share something with you. I found a new way of doing push-ups. So if you guys have been following along, you know I do push-ups here. Well, I encourage you guys to do push-ups. So I figured out how to use another way to use this thing. This is one of my thrift store buys, by the way. I bought this for $3 at a thrift store, and it's really cool. So you can step on it, and it's basically a balancing tool. Like a lot of people in the gym, they use this exercise. They have a lot of these ergonomic exercise equipment. You know, everything from thermal bands. So these are really popular in the gym too. They teach classes based off of these thermal bands. So you could actually combine your thermal band with this, and then you could do some simple balance exercises where you're balancing, and at the same time you're using your thermal band. So there's a couple of different ways that you can use this. You can go like this as well. So I'm squeezing in my hips, and I'm exercising my legs at the same time, and I'm balancing on this. So the other exercise that I found with this the other day was I seen this gentleman, he was doing push-ups on these, and I was like, well, that's a good idea. I never even thought of that. So you can use this balancing tool you can do your push-ups on it. And it is really challenging. So if you're just bored with regular push-ups, this is another way you can do them. But in the meantime, and in between time, I want to do some push-ups with you guys. Do 25 push-ups. So if you guys are ready for the 25 push-up challenge, please join me, and I'll do a countdown. And as soon as I count down to 3, 2, 1, you guys join me for the push-ups. Okay, so here we go. Let's do 25 push-ups in 3, 2, 1. Okay, everybody, let's do 25 push-ups. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. I always do one extra just in case I didn't work hard enough. Sometimes I'll even do 30 push-ups. At one time in my life, I was doing 50 push-ups at a time. So anyways, yeah. So there we go. We got through that part. So Powwow Dance Aerobics, if you guys don't know by now, it's really only 5 steps. So we do warm up, we do stretching, then we do strength training, and then usually just finish it off with some more conditioning. So that's the 4th part, where we do some peak performance. That's where once you're warmed up and everything, then you're ready to jump over those hurdles. Then you're ready to push yourself a little bit more. So that's essentially what I mean by that. And how I do that in the dancing and in this routine is I grab my little thrift store finds here, And if you guys don't have these, you can actually just use soup cans or something similar of that nature, if you guys haven't found weights by now. But these are really handy. I found these, actually I got these for free, but you can find these for a couple bucks, maybe even 50 cents at a thrift store. I got a lot of thrift store finds. You could even go to the dollar store and get weights there too. And they're handy to have, right? You can use them for walking, you can use them for dancing, you can use them, and they add resistance to your workout, and it's really great. So anyways, I thought I would just share that with you. So I'm gonna do 2 more songs now, because I kind of talked a lot today. So I don't want to take up too much more of your time and my time, because I got stuff to do too. So let's just finish it off with 2 more songs here. Okay. Okay, show us the way, Yellowtail. Look, this music was recorded live at, I think it was at Enoch Powwow here. I can't wait to get back to the powwows and start recording again and participating, dancing. Okay, so let's get back into the dancing portion. So if you got some weights, let's start off with that basic step and do some curls while you dance. So this is like a total body workout in itself. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Just do it until you feel that burn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to change this and do some shoulder exercises now. So this is really good to exercise that, the deltoid, shoulder muscles, while we're dancing, okay? So 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3. Keep those feet moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Feel that burn. Keep it going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now turn to the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, awesome. Now back to it. Back to these curls. And now we're gonna do a basic step up and do these curls at the same time. So here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that was good. That was a good. That's a good. That was a good exercise routine. And see, we only did 2 songs at the beginning. Did some stretching, did some push-ups, and you know, for all I know, I could have done this half an hour straight of dancing. Maybe I will try that format for Pow-wow Dance Aerobics. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's session. I shared a lot today about addictions, about struggles, adversities, and critical life decisions that affect our lives on a daily basis. You know, I'm glad I made the choice to dance. I'm glad I made the choice to go to school, to move away from my community, to make something of myself, because when I left my community, I only had, oh, by the way, while I'm talking, you guys keep dancing, okay? Because we're doing a cool down right now, just so you guys know. Anyways, I'm going to keep talking while we do this cool down, and I wanted to share a little bit about myself with you guys. So, I'm glad I made the decision though to go to school. Even though as a kid I hated school, right? Most natives hate school because of residential school, right? You know, I'm just saying that, maybe I'm wrong, but I know I hated school. I hated school because of the bullying and because it wasn't the same as being at home, right? Being at home, I was already used to it, and I was also actually being bullied at home too, and being bullied at school, so it really sucked for me. But it was culture that really saved me at an early age. You know, when I was 14, I started going to the Friendship Center. I started thinking for myself and taking my charge of my own life, and you know, not settling for what was bestowed upon me. So anyways, I'm glad I made that critical decision though. I moved away. I moved to Calgary, Alberta. It was hard to do because I was an Edmonton Oilers fan, right? For years, I was like, how am I gonna move into Calgary? Calgary Flames are, but you know what? Calgary's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful city. When I first moved there, I didn't know nobody, didn't know nothing. All I had is a bag of clothes and some of my hoops, some of my outfit. So when I moved there, it was tough. It was hard because I was by myself. I didn't have no friends or family to support me at the time. When I moved there, it was really difficult for me. I almost moved back a few times. Oh, hey, good morning there, cousin. I got a cousin online this morning. So, hey, there's my cousin Jennifer Paul. I'm related to every single Paul in Alexandria because my great-grandfather, Henry Paul, So anybody Paul or Yellow Dirt, they're my family. Arcands, now that's another complicated issue. I'm an Arcand through adoption, but we're still part of the same family. So anyways, I just wanted to share that with you as we're doing the cool down here. I wanted to share, you know, the critical life decision that I made though at the time of my life was not to give up dancing, and it was to go to school, and it was the ceremonies and the sweat lodges and stuff like that that were helping me at the time, and the elders. So thank you to the elders that directed me that way, and I'm glad that I listened. They had my attention at the time because I was being a Wascopios at the sweat lodge. If you guys don't know what Wascopios is like the helper, right? At the sweat. It's the one that opens the door, keeps the fire, helps get the wood, helps get the rocks, helps make the offerings and take those offerings into the fire. So that's what Wascopios is in the Cree language. And that's what I became at a young age. And because I became that, you know, all those people in the sweat, they said they were going to pray for me. They said they were going to wish me good luck in the future. And one of the things they told me after hanging out at the sweat lodge for like 2 years almost, I was like there every day. I was like living, eating, sleeping, breathing it. One day the elders finally told me, it was like, it's good that you're here, Dallas. We love it. And we appreciate your help. But one of the things we're going to tell you, you might not like it, but we want you and we think you should go back to school. You should go to school, go and get your education because that's the future. And that's, it was hard. It was a hard pill for me to swallow at the time because I really enjoyed just being out there and just looking after the sweat. That was a simple life. I loved it. It was a way of living for me. It was very rewarding for me. People were very nice to me. They fed me. They gave me a place to stay. It was nice. Yeah, eventually I did have to go to school. So I packed up my things and I focused on that for the last decade, and it paid off really well. So education is key though. Education is empowerment. Education is helping us understand the world better and understand ourselves better. Education is a form of empowerment. So that was the critical life decision I made at that time that benefited me in the long run. It benefited my children, you know, because my children were able to have a father that was able to provide for them. And now my son, he's a hoop dancer, hoop dancing on his own, traveling the world. Now my daughter's in university, and that's like a dream come true. It's like seeing my kids succeed. I was just talking to my daughter last night, and you know, I'm really happy for her. I'm really proud that she's in university. She wasn't gonna at first, but now she graduated high school last year, which I never did. I never graduated high school as a dropout. However, I still went to college and university because most people think that you need a high school diploma to go to college and university. No, you don't. That's bogus. You don't need a diploma to go to college. You just need prerequisites. You need your 30 courses, and yeah, you just upgrade what you need, right? So you don't need a high school diploma, just so you know. So everybody knows this. The record is clear. You don't need a high school diploma. So don't let that stop you. If you ever want to go to college or university, you don't need that. You just go in, apply as a mature student, and they give you a couple of tests, and then I think you might have to upgrade a few courses for your prerequisites to get into whatever desired program you want. So anyways, if this class or this knowledge or what I share here today is valuable to you, by all means, definitely share this with your friends and family far and wide, as this is a free class for everybody. So I don't charge anything for this. I do this for free daily. I've been doing this now for a couple of years now, and this is my platform. I enjoy doing this. It's a labor of love, and I enjoy sharing. I enjoy connecting. I enjoy hearing you guys' stories, and I enjoy connecting with each and every one of you in different ways. And it's amazing, and I'm hoping that what I do here contributes to helping the world become a better place. So thanks again for joining me, and also just a friendly reminder to subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. I have lots of content on there. There's free content, everything from hoop dancing to flute music that you can play for meditation, stress relief. You can play it at the office during the day, all day while you're working, and it's good to just set the peaceful tone and mood, and yeah, there's just lots there. So yeah, thanks everybody again for joining me in this class for Pow-wow Dance Aerobics, and yeah, we'll see you again soon. Until next time, you guys keep fit, have fun, stay safe, peace out.